Look at the baby. Perfect skin, wide eyes. A tiny breathing miracle of evolution. And right now, in your kitchen, there is a white liquid that every mammal on earth craves: milk. But here is the hidden truth no one tells you. If you pour that milk into a bottle and give it to that baby, you could stop their heart. Not tomorrow, not next week, in matter of hours. And the most disturbing part? Most parents have no idea why. This isn't just about allergies. This isn't about tummy ache. This is about a silent war that has been raging inside the human body for 10,000 years. A war between ancient biology and modern convenience. We think of milk as the first food, the original comfort, Mother Nature's perfect drink. But for a human infant under 12-month-old, cow's milk is not food. It's a chemical invasion. And understanding why will change the way you see your own body forever. Most people believe the problem is lactose intolerance. You've heard this before. Oh, the baby can't digest the sugar in cow's milk. And yes, that's true. But it's like saying a house burned down because someone left a candle on. It's technically correct, but it misses the inferno. The common theory says babies lack the enzyme lactose, so the lactose ferments in their gut. Gas, cramps, diarrhea, uncomfortable. Yes. Dangerous? Usually not. But here is what the internet doesn't tell you. The real danger isn't digestion, it's drowning. Not in the milk itself, in something much strange. In 2016, researchers at Johns Hopkins School of Public Health looked at a condition that haunts emergency room. It's called iron deficiency anemia in infants, but not the slow kind, the catastrophic kind. Babies showing up pale, breathing fast, hearts racing, some slipping into a grey silent stillness. Doctors ran tests. What they found surprised everyone. These babies weren't bleeding internally. They were sick with a virus. They were drinking cow's milk. A study from the University of Toronto followed 1,300 infants. The ones who started cow's milk before 12 months had a 4 times higher risk of severe iron deficiency. 4 times. But here's the kicker: the milk was full of iron. So, how? This is the hidden knowledge. Cow's milk contains a protein called casein. Human milk is delicate, watery, designed for a rapidly growing brain. Cow's milk is thick, aggressive, designed to turn a 90-pound calf into a 2,000-pound cow in 2 years. Casein binds to iron in the gut. It holds its hostage. But that's not the twist. The twist is that casein also irritates the baby's intestinal lining. Just a little, just enough to cause microscopic bleeding. So the baby loses blood, tiny drops, invisible to the eye. Every diaper, every day. The baby is drinking milk that steals iron and then pokes hole in the guts to flush the stolen iron out. It's a double betrayal. And the baby's own body? It starts to panic. It produces red blood cells that are small, fragile, like trying to build a brick house with pebbles. But here's where it gets even more strange. Because you would think, fine, don't give them cow's milk, problem solved. Except the problem isn't just the milk. The problem is what the milk replaces. Imagine a study from US Davis. Researchers followed two groups of 6-month-old babies. Group A got breast milk or iron fortified formula. Group B started cow's milk. After 3 months, Group B looked fine on the outside, chubby cheeks, happy smiles, but inside their ferritin levels, that's the iron storage protein, has crashed by nearly 50%. Then the researchers did something quite. They tested the baby's response to sounds. A simple beep. In Group A, the babies turned their heads quickly. Their brains were processing the sound, categorizing it, deciding it was unimportant. In Group B, the reaction was slower, muddier. The electrical signals in their brains traveled like cars on a flooded road. These babies were not sick. They were not crying. They were simply slower. And here's the haunting part. When the researchers stopped the cow's milk and gave iron, the physical anemia healed in weeks. But the cognitive delay, some of it never went away. The window for brain development is merciless. If the iron isn't there at month 8, month 9th, month 10th, the brain builds a highway without enough pavement. And you cannot go back and repave. You are not just observing this, you are part of it. Because your baby is watching you right now, not the judgment, with absolute trust. When you hold the bottle, your baby doesn't see a risk, they see love. And that is the tragedy of hidden biology. The baby cannot tell that their gut is bleeding. They cannot tell you that their neurons are misfiring. They can only cry or stop crying. And parents confuse a quiet baby with a healthy baby. But you are shaping their brain with every single feeding. The milk you choose is either laying down the wiring for a child who can focus, who can learn, who can run and climb without getting dizzy, or it's laying fog. And it's get even deeper than iron. Cow's milk has a sodium load that is 3 times higher than human milk. A baby's kidneys are the size of walnuts. They cannot filter that much salt. So, the baby's body pulls water from its own tissues to dilute the sodium. This is called high solute load. The baby becomes thirsty, not for milk, not for water, but you can't give a younger baby water because that causes its own set of problems. So the baby is trapped, drinking more milk to quench a thirst that the milk itself created. This is not nutrition. This is a metabolic feedback loop from hell. And yet, for thousands of years, human babies died from this. We didn't know why. We called it failure to thrive, a beautiful empty phrase. We blamed the babies when we should have blamed the bottle. So here is the warning, and it is subtle because no one is saying cow's milk is poison for a 2-year-old, but for an adult, different story. Evolution gave us a grace period, but for a baby under 12 months, the risk is not a rash. The risk is a silent reorganization of their entire philosophy. And here is the insight that will haunt you. The American Academy of Pediatrics has been warning about this since 1990s. But the dairy industry is powerful. The word milk feels scared. Grandmother says, I drank cow's milk and I turned out fine. Survivorship bias. The babies who didn't turn out fine aren't here to argue. So look again at the baby and those eyes that have only been open for few months. Every system in their body is still writing its instruction manual. The heart, the kidney, the brain. Cow's milk is a miracle for a calf. It is designed to grow hooves and a thick hide and a 4-chambered stomach that can digest grass. That is beautiful. That is nature at its most efficient. But your baby is not a calf. Your baby is building a mind that will one day read poetry, fall in love, feel awe under the night sky. Do not feed the calf's recipe to a human soul. So, here is my question for you tonight. If the most natural food on earth, milk, can hide such a dangerous secret, what else is your body telling you is safe that is actually rewriting your child's future? In the next video, I am going to show you the one food every parent gives their toddler at breakfast that lowers the IQ by 7 points on average. And it's in your cupboard right now. Look at your baby one more time. They trust you with everything. Do not break the trust.